Hello everybody, welcome back. I just got to rearrange this fan because I need some airflow on me. Hopefully that's not wiggling the camera, but it is muggy, and the only way I'm going to survive this is if I have a little breeze on me, so that's what we're doing. As far as where we are with this piece, I was like just brainstorming all these ideas, and I forgot. So, oh yes, I want to fill in these. You might be able to see. This just goes pretty far back. I just want to shove something back there. I'll probably just cut a. Oh, come on, bud. So I'll cut it to a point, and then we'll try to like leave a little tab on it. Because all this is really going to do is, I'll push them this way. All this is really going to do is black out that blackout in there, and that's only if I can actually cut it down to the right size. And I'm going to put a bunch of texture in there, so it's not really. I just want to give it some sort of protection back there, because there is a bunch of exposed foam. Oh. So let's see how bad I can burn myself this time. All that really did is stop up any of that spray paint from really going back there. I'm gonna cover it with a bunch of texture, so that's not really a worry. I do need to do a little bit of putty work, just because I gotta change up this cardboard a little bit. It does not look that texture is just too recognizable, and I think if I just do a little bit of the spackle, get to the corners and it's a little bit easier. Really just trying to get rid of these diagonal lines. The main point of this. Move out any other joints or area where it looks kind of funky. Win-win. hope the audio isn't all ruckus with the fan blowing on me, but it is humid, so I gotta have some airflow. So we're just slathering on, burning ourselves with the hot glue gun. I cannot help it. And as you can see, I'm putting such a light layer on here, and I have the fan blowing on it. It is drying relatively fast. That'll be helpful to getting this whole piece done a little bit quicker. I do have to do some spackling on the piece too. So when I had this open, I'll probably just do that. And again, I'm not going to stress about getting this perfect. I'll hit it down. I'll knock it down with some sandpaper a little bit. I also don't mind if it gets kind of everywhere. It just adds a little bit more texture. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Unless I keep messing with it, which is a thing. Get a bunch underneath here, and I don't mind that it's underneath there. I just want to mess with it a little bit more, I guess. That's fine. I'm gonna do up here. Okay. So we're gonna spackle this. So I'm just trying to change the texture of this tube up a little bit. I should have done this earlier in the build, but that's another issue that comes from building organically, is that sometimes you have to take a couple steps back and do your vision, try out your vision again because you didn't set it up right. But I think it helps a little bit more with like experiencing new things, because I'm always experimenting. So and that does make things more difficult. If you're always experimenting, you're not, you know, I don't know, it's not as easy because it's not as familiar, but I like it. I don't mind. I think that's the way to get better at whatever you're doing. And again, I'm just doing this to put a little texture on it. It's not it doesn't need it for like structural integrity or anything. Back to a little bit wider of a knife will make this go a lot faster. Just trying to put some quick texture on this. Try to cover this crack a little bit more. There's cool. That's good enough for me. I can knock down here in a minute. Before I close all of this up and seal it all up good, I gotta switch to the other one. And I gotta put this over here by the dehumidifier, which will dry it really fast. So let's hop up on this guy. It appears that just knocking this down a little bit, and I can sand it. I do want to a little better. Close that up so it don't dry out. I'm gonna grab my rag and wipe this down. then we're gonna go ahead and cut us some of this EVA foam. It's a nice 45 for the corner. Chunked up area right there. This will help hold this grating down. Oh. It'll help hold that grating down without having to put hot glue all in the center of it. Just a piece in the center there, but I want it a little thinner. So I'm just gonna cut another piece down. That's what I'm doing right here. In fact, y'all can probably get a better view. You don't need to be looking so far. What I'm working at is the center of the camera, and now it's so wiggly. Okay, so now I got all my pieces cut to frame in this. There's some texture here. Can't really see it. Oh yeah, you can see it a little bit. Maybe if I put the shadow on it. Yeah, there's some texture there. I'm gonna cover the corners of it and glue it down by using EVA foam. So. The EVA foam is really stretchy, so you do have to be careful about pulling it out of place, but you can kind of work it back into place if it does shift. Once that hot glue cools, though, it's kind of another story. So. Cut this a little bit steeper. Sorry, I haven't been watching the chat. What up, War Tiger? Good to see you, my friend. Trying to get this piece up to par with the other one so I can start putting the wires on and put the texture on it, and we can be done. Well, done with this stage. I'm never really done with terrain. So, I'll give you a little bit of a close-up of what I did. I just EVA foamed the edges of where I put this. That's sculptor's mesh. You can do the same technique with granny grating or with smaller mesh. This is like from a screen door or a screen window. you can do that same technique, and it will keep you from having to put a bunch of glue in here. And uh, when you put the glue in there, it bubbles up, so you have to smear it down, and then it kind of just makes a patch of texture anyway. So it I don't know. I kind of feel like it messes with the way it looks a little bit. So, um, but let's see. I think I might try to get some more pipes or something on this. Definitely can do wires out of these things. Bunch of wires coming out of there. I think a busted, twisted one coming out of here. Twist that piece, maybe even. Just to add to that hanging sort of feel that we got going. Then I'm gonna go raid the wire bits if I have any sitting around. I have some pretty tough wire right there. Got this little piece. I'm gonna snip it off here so I can use the wire from it, but maybe I can get it back in there just as another detail. Then I'll start to do some wires out of here, I think. Come on, you want to stay there. Come on, cool down. I know it's sweltering in here, but you can do it. I wonder if that has any effect on the hot glue, because I've had issues with it lately of just like not cooling down. It stays like gummy for a long time. So yeah, let's work on the wires. do some snips of this smaller wire. Good conduit feel. Also, the idea of I don't know, adding some chain detail there. Let's see, so we are working on wires. I wish I had some more. I'm gonna dig through some scrap real quick. Okay, well that was interesting. I found these, the wire nuts, which I have used before. It's great to add little, details onto things, but I did find a whole bunch of pill bottles, all empty, but that is a good resource. Now this is pretty gross wire, but it's a bit of it, and it's a thicker gauge, so I'll be able to do exactly what I want to do. So I'm going to kind of, I think I would like to run it from down below around the front. Like here, and have it ripped off. So you need a piece approximately this long. So you see where I'm working, and then I'll probably take one of these wire nuts. It's a big one, the kind that you can just shove something down into. Oh, that one's a little big. And glue it down there so that I have a place for the conduit to come out of. So that was like grease or something in there. Who knows? Got it all over my hand though. If my hand melts and falls off, I shouldn't be playing with weird garbage I found. So we're gonna put that down there. So we got our piece. I grabbed a couple of these. I have more of them, which I will grab. I think they're like a little hold together one of those IKEA sort of like organization cubbies. I'll give you a better view since I'm going to be doing wire work. These little clips, and I will just blah blah hot glue. This actually works a lot better with super glue, but I don't have the super glue to spare. So I'm just gonna put some of these clips, and I'm gonna try to kind of match them on the same side, so that, you know, when they land on the wall, they'll be on the same side. Do kind of want to guesstimate where I want the next one. I'll put it somewhere right here. So, a few more clips for us. Do another one. Probably don't need that last one though. Okay, so we got our main wire. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out that times 2 on this smaller wire. And then just to make this easier to deal with, I'm gonna kink that end a little bit, and I'm gonna twist them around each other a little bit. Not a lot, just to make this not be incredibly difficult, because messing with the wires is a pain in the butt. So I've got this twisted relatively well. We're just gonna go ahead, make sure we have enough on each side, and we'll do a blah blah hot glue. And then to make sure that these are sealed in here, I'll do like another little blob of hot glue on top of them. The only problem is this hot glue is not cooling very fast right now. It's not a cold day, so I'll take it though. I'll take a little bit of warmth over the freezing cold. I'm just gonna work my way back up this wiring harness all the way to the end, just gluing in the red wires in with the black wire, and then reinforcing them both. Trying to be gentle too, so I don't tear apart this one after I glue it. Otherwise you do have to move relatively slow while doing this. In fact, I'm going to hold it in front of the fan a little bit. you go. You got a pretty cool little wiring harness that we can add to it. Once it cools down a little bit, we can then twist around and add to it where we need to, where we want to put some wiring. And that will just add a lot of details. While that dries, I'm gonna just give me some more. And we're just gonna get some wires coming out of this one too. Keep stick wires up in here. Trying to vary the sizes of them so that there's a little bit more randomness. Not everything uses the same wiring. Looks good. I'm digging this. That's looking good. That's looking good. The only issue I'm seeing with them is that they're a little bit wobbly, but they're not. I mean, I suppose I could try to. I would definitely add support to both of them. I suppose if I detail this up a little bit, it won't bother me that much. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick let's stick a bunch of chunks of skewer down here in here to make it look like the wall has been ripped apart or blown apart or something. And that they'd use it as a platform, because I don't really feel like putting like the paper straws along the end is, I don't know. I'll see when I get there. Let me get this on there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to I got another skewer. Sure do. Shove it through there so it's kind of exposed right here too. It's one of those weird details that you probably won't notice, but for some reason when building, my brain does sometimes. Okay, that looks better. Should I put a chunk of this on the bottom? As if it were a wall that sat like that. Sure, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I like that. We'll do that. That will help and strengthen the pipes too. They do have support struts that are going in there, but we can add another one right now too. The absolute chaos style build. Shoving things into it. Snap that off. Yeah. The whole thing is going to be a little bit more structurally stable. We got that detail going on in there. This area is still a little bit blank. We do have this wire harness we can mount up here. And let's go ahead and get to that. So, it's gonna be a pain in the butt to show you guys. I'll try to bring it in a little bit. So then, you know, I got the hot glue down there, so it's mounted right there, but I won't try to mount anywhere on the wires except for where these little clips are. And that will really make it look like a wiring harness. Oh. You do have to pause and let this stuff dry though, because, or let this cool, because the wire is putting tension on it, and the hot glue is super gummy today. so it's just gonna pull itself away right away. Right away. So I did just realize when I was gonna mount this is that that mounting bracket, give you guys a better view, that little bracket ends up right where I want the ladder. But I might just put the ladder, might try to have the ladder like have a little extender away from the door even more. I think that will be cool because I like the way that looks. And I will try to bring it down a little bit to give a little bit of space for the ladder, but we're gonna be good with right there. Some hot glue up there, trying not to burn the crap out of my fingers. And we are good. I'm gonna check the chat because it disappears on my screen, so. Yes. Oh man, Nice, nice. I do wonder what theme are you going for, War Tiger? I wonder if you're going for fantasy or sci-fi, because they're all fun to build. I like to build all of the different styles of terrain. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this right up in here so that it's relatively out of the way in an easy space. Now I do understand that this is an inaccessible spot to the models. There's no walkway to it or anything, but that's okay. It's more like a platform for other walkways to bring what happened here? Walkways from other pieces of terrain is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, the wire got all shifty and then I lost my train of thought. I'm actually really happy with the way that just adding this little piece came out. There's like a little gap right there that is giving me all kinds of happy feelings about the way it looks. So I'm having a little bit of a hard time getting this to stay up here, but that's alright. These wires are a pain in the butt to wire up. Nice, that's awesome. You play the new Necromunda? That's really cool. I've been trying to get into the new Necromunda, play that a bit. There's just so many options for it. It's pretty cool. Nice, nice. Have you tried like the Ash Wastes type of setting, or you're just doing the Dominion campaign? So I'm having some trouble filling this gap over here, so I'm just gonna take some like EVA foam scraps and shove them back there. With some hot glue. That should keep the hot glue too from flowing back out. Jammy stick. Come here, jammy stick. that's the other cool thing about the EVA foam is you can just like shove it into sections. Nice, nice. The Dominion campaign. That's cool. That's what we've been trying to get started. It's gonna be a pain in the butt because this is all upside down. It's definitely a good way to burn your hands, burn your fingers, drip that hot glue back down on you. So cool. Now that I got this, I'm gonna show. I've thought about doing that too. There's like an Albion campaign, I think it's called, and I think that would be very cool to run one that's kind of like island hopping or has some naval sort of aspects to it. So now there is pathway down. Oh man, I let go of that piece too soon. See this? One's becoming a mess. But I do have a chain pathway down, which is cool. That's a nice little addition. But honestly, besides like maybe a few more random details, I don't have very much more to do on these. Of course, I'm gonna have to sand and that type of thing, and the texture. Besides wiring up the other one, yeah, I'm pretty close to done. So, and I probably won't bore everybody with the sand of these, so I probably won't put that on the live stream. I'll probably just do it because I got to do it with the vacuum and it makes a bunch of noise. And then I got to do a bunch of texture, and I'll show you guys how to do the texture, how I'm going to do the texture, because it will, at least most of it, I'm not going to sit here and put just a bunch of, I'm not going to sit here and put film glued drying, so if that's the case, I'm probably just going to do it off the scene, but we are getting close to being done with this Necromunda table. So, yeah, thank everybody for joining me this or previous streams or possibly future ones. I do have a few more pieces I need to build for this, and then there's a whole other chunk of this project that I have kept relatively secret, that I won't actually reveal until I have finished with this one, and I'll probably actually make a video. So you'll have to check that out. Not a live video. Sorry. But and then as far as painting goes, I might have like invite some friends over and do a stream and paint it all with a group of people. It might not be live stream if people don't want to be live streamed, but hopefully I'll be able to invite a few people that want to come over and live stream painting with me. So right now I'm just adding a few more wire details into these pipes. The more type of hangy stuff I have on this, the better I feel like it will look. And I still don't know if I'm going to glue this. That is still a mystery. But for now, that's looking pretty sweet. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to hop off for a bit. I might do another stream later this evening. That's if all this stuff dries in this muggy weather and I can get it sanded. Might stream for a little while and wire up that other piece when it's dried. I don't really want to mess with it too much while that's drying. I did put my hand in this one a couple times, but we're okay. Cool. Well, right on. Thanks for hanging out with me. You all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the next stream. Peace.